1896 was a very interesting year in Paris. La Ville, Lumière. Most people think it's because Paris installed street lamps before London got the memo. But no, La Ville Lumière wasn't just well lit, it attracted a very illuminated set of characters. This was a city where philosophers philosophized, scientists scienced, and revolutionaries revolted. With impeccable style, illumination here meant having very bright ideas and making sure everybody knew it. Le Chat Noir, now widely considered to be the first modern cabaret, was located in the neighborhood of Montmartre in Paris. The Chat Noir was the most extraordinary cabaret in the world. You could rub shoulders with the most famous intellectuals and foreigners from around the globe. Le Chat Noir is perhaps best known for its iconic poster that announced the illustrious Black Cat Company, with its famous shadow plays, its poets, and its composers. Not to be left out of the new trend, other establishments, characters, and curious collectives launched their own grand happenings in that same year, 1896. Paris was brimming with openings, opinions, and outrageous ideas, and everybody wanted in. And not to be outdone by the reawakening of the Chat Noir, a quieter kind of illumination began to steep. Midnight, October 3rd, 1896, the grand opening of the Chat Noir. No absence, no music, no talking, just the sound of ideas steeping in absolute silence, where the tea was silent in every possible sense. And then there was the Le Chaton Indépendant, announced with flair, but characteristically non-committal. Would the kitten appear? Maybe, maybe not. Posters went up anyway. Parisians gathered just in case, to witness the grand opening of an event that might or might not occur. Of course, no one expected the Cine Noir. There were no whispers, no flyers ahead of time, just a crack in the mirror, a ripple on the water, and then posters. A drama of mysterious origin, elegance, and impossible gravity. No one saw it coming. And then came the dogs. Les chiens qui fument, a billiard hall where bulldogs puffed pipes and poodles whispered strategy between shots. Enlightenment now wrapped in cigar smoke and chalk dust. You go in barking, you come out whistling. And when Paris called for spectacle, ooh la la, did the Moulin Rouge deliver. Feathers, felines, and high-kicking can-cats took the stage. Enlightenment now wearing lipstick and maybe a tail. And then came the goats. With sharp palates and sharper opinions, they opened the Salon de lait fermé, where abstract thought flowed as freely as goat milk, neither raw nor cooked, just conceptuel. Meanwhile, above Paris, quite literally, an owl took enlightenment to new heights. Le hibou surréalistique, professor of the absurd, hosted a midnight debate on gravity from a hot air balloon. Of course, somebody had to get inside your head into Le Lézard Lumière, Paris's first hypnosis salon, run entirely by reptiles. Velvet waistcoat, pocket watch, dead stare. Your thoughts were no longer your own, and frankly, you didn't mind. And just when it all made sense, Le Canard Quantique, a newspaper edited entirely by ducks, published across multiple realities. Headlines changed depending on who read them. Time was flexible. Facts were optional. Each edition was, of course, both true and false. So yes, Paris was the city of lights. Gas lamps, cabarets, cafe thinkers, and the occasional salon with a flair for mystery. It was a time of bold ideas, some brighter than others. And while history may remember Le Chat Noir, well, we remember the rest too. The kitten that maybe showed up, the ducks who published in parallel dimensions, and of course the lizard who stole our minds. In 1896, the year of enlightenment put on a corset, flicked its tail, and took center stage. This parody of enlightenment started while wandering through the Paris Montmartre Museum, when I saw the legendary Le Chat Noir poster and thought, I love that poster.
What if there was a menagerie of others like it? Over the next few days, I collaborated with Chat GPT to brainstorm the menagerie. We developed other characters and ideas during the Enlightenment period of 1896. With the menagerie of characters in place, we developed the storyboard. The video scenes were generated using Sora in 5-second scene segments. All video editing was done in Adobe Premiere. La Vie en Rose background music was arranged by me using Ableton Live. The foreign language voiceovers in Spanish, Portuguese, and French are courtesy of 11 Labs and available for multilingual audiences. If you've made it this far, thank you. Feedback, questions, and fan mail for kittens, swans, dogs, can-can cats, goats, owls, lizards, ducks, or even tea are all welcome. Just remember, enlightenment wears many hats, and maybe even a feather boa.